Board. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry I'm being a little bit technically challenged this morning. This thing's been giving you fits. But hopefully everybody can see the screen now, and I'm going to get started on the call, and hopefully we'll have some good information. Everybody will learn a lot today. At least I'm hoping everybody will learn a lot. I've worked hard on this, so hope I don't confuse people and can help people. But first of all, I just want to say to each and every one of you, welcome to the call. This is Tanya Oxley, the Regional Director of the Southeast Region. And first, let me congratulate each of you on reaching the top leadership level of National Marketing Director. With hard work, both personally and with working with your team, and with focus, commitment, and passion for your mission, you've all accomplished this goal. But being on the call today, it means you're either one of our newest NMDs added from the spring conference, or you're one of our existing NMDs that's maintaining goals to stay on the program. The Upward Mobility program was designed to help you stay focused on building your organization and business even stronger by continuing structure building, and in doing so, building club levels moving forward over a 3-year period to reach 24 club, 39 club, and 50 club respectively each year. And bonuses are attached to each of those club levels, so that's pretty cool too. Not bad, huh? But also we're supporting you in your effort by maintaining your business partner, so you can continue to work with your business partner over that period of time, as well as keeping you on the LEADS program. The calls we've set up over these next 5-month periods, starting this month and continuing over the next 4 months through September, are also designed to support different arenas of the business to give you information and training to help you grow, continue to grow, and truly become the best version of a strong NMD leader. Today's call is on marketing plan basics. Mainly I wanted to go over the basics because it's going to give you a foundation to ongoing trainings. The next training is going to be on the PVC report and the 12-month analysis report, and how you can use it to maintain and grow your business, and kind of monitor and guide your team through your reports as well. So I wanted to give you your basics today so we can get started, and if you can mute yourself out so we can keep a little bit quiet. At the end, you can unmute yourself, and if we have enough time, we'll go over a few questions. But I'm going to go through these really basic steps pretty quickly today, so hopefully I won't lose you in the mix. But most of the stuff you know, but I think it's good to continue to improve your skills just by, kind of getting really familiar with it. So let's get started. Okay, first I want to go about how the marketing plan actually pays. So the marketing plan pay is based on purchase volume credit, which is called PVC. The PVC comes from 75% of the wholesale price of the product. So as an example, here's a trio. The wholesale price is $226. If you take 75% of that, then that's going to give you the 169.50 PVC value, or purchase volume credit value. Everyone gets paid retail sales profit on the orders, and the retail sales profit is the difference between the wholesale price and the retail sales price of the product, or the preferred customer price as we call it. So once again, we have the trio. The price of the trio is $265. That's the preferred customer price. The wholesale, or the corporate established price of the product, is $226. So therefore, on the trio, there is a $39 difference, which is the retail sales profit. So let's talk about PVC. PVC is represented in 2 capacities in the marketing plan. First is promotional PVC, which we call promo PVC. It's the full PVC value of the order at the time of processing, even if it's on installment payments. This promo PV value is used for the purposes of promotions to DD, direct distributor, VF, which is virtual franchisee, and of course SC levels, which is sales coordinator levels. The second way that PVC is used is paid PVC. This is the PVC represented on the actual paid portion that's been posted to the order. So when a credit card posts a payment, that portion is called the paid PVC. If an order on installment payments, the paid PVC will be on that payment portion only. This PVC value is used for reaching senior sales coordinator, qualifying national marketing director, and national marketing director promotion levels. And all marketing plan qualifications and payouts are based on the paid PVC amounts. So let's look at promo and paid PV. Let's see how that breaks down. So let's say that you placed an order in August. So you place the order for the trio. So as soon as the order is processed and put in the system and posted, then the promo PV is 169 PV, which we've already established at 75% of the cost. But it's on 4 months installment, so it's been broken down into 4 payments. So the first payment is one of 4 payments, and that volume, which is 1/4 of that promo PV, is the paid PV volume. So 4237 would be posted as paid PV on that very first posting on the first month. When a brand new order is posted, an order that's the first time it's ever been processed, we reward the representative by giving them the full retail sales profit on the very first time the order processes. So this is a brand new order, so that $39 retail sales profit we discussed is now going to post the very first month that the order is processed. So the full $39 will be paid to the representative in the first month. And of course, they will have the posting of the paid PD in that first month. Now in September, the second payment of the 4 will post. So in September, the following business month, the representative will see an additional paid value of 1/4, which is 4237 again. But since the retail sales profit has already been paid in full on the initial order in August and was paid on the August commission check, there will be no retail sales profit that will be established in the second month. But of course, the paid PVC will post, and you'll get commissions on that paid PVC. In October, the third payment will post. So again, the third paid PVC value will post in that business month. In November, the fourth of 4 payments will post. So therefore, the paid PV will show up in November. So now we've got 4 full payments posted over a 4-month period. So what's going to happen in December? Well, obviously in September, you've done a good job and you've kept your customer on the product. So therefore, a second shipment will go out. As soon as that second shipment is processed in the system, that promo PV shows up again. So promo PV shows up when the order is processed, and it again will show the full value of $169.50. But the order is still on installment payments. So therefore, now we're starting a new box. It'll be the first payment of 4 established again. So therefore, the paid PVC again will be the $42.37. But now the order is an established order. Remember, 4 months ago, it was a brand new order, first time the customer ever ordered. But now that it's an established order, now the retail sales profit will also be broken down on a monthly basis. And that $39 now will show up each month over a 4-month period at $9.75 for each of the next 4 months. So then it just repeats itself. In January, we start again. Second payment, then February, third payment, and so on. And then retail sales profit will be broken down with the paid PVC on a monthly basis. So this is how we determine the difference between the 2 types of PVC, promo and pay. Okay, the marketing plan pays on paid PVC. Those postings that's posted on the credit card each and every month, that's the paid PVC. But every time that we do post an order, we pay out a 51% plus retail sales profit on that order is paid throughout to each and every representative that qualifies for a payment. And it's broken down in these blocks or these types. Retail sales profit is the very first item that's paid on a new order or on any order. The first thing we process is retail sales profit. That's always paid to the rep placing the order. No matter who the rep is, whoever is placing the order gets the retail sales profit. The next section are what's called our commissions. There's a total of 22% that's paid out in commissions every month on every order. There is never an order that all commissions are not paid. So it's in three parts, as you all know. First, you have at direct distributor level, there's a 6%. When you reach the VFC or virtual franchise level, you get the additional 8 for a total of 14. These are on your own personal orders. And then at sales coordinator, you get the full 22% because you get the additional 8. So you get all three parts for a total of 22%. Could you please mute yourselves, guys, whoever has not muted themselves? Okay, now after we've paid the commissions, the next thing that the computer does is it processes all performance bonus pay. That's the 5% that we pay to each and every one of those distributors that are qualified. We pay through 5 qualified generations. I'll be talking about that in a little bit later in more detail. And the additional item we pay out is at sales coordinator level, we pay additional 4% out on an order as well. So on every order, every month, all of these parts will be paid out on an order. We have no breakage, which means that someone will get paid. If someone doesn't qualify, the computer will continue to look for someone that is qualified until it finds that person so it can complete all parts of the payouts on each and every order. This is unusual. Most companies like us in direct sales, which they would be called the true MLM companies of the world, they normally limit their pay. Matter of fact, one of our my new boss, matter of fact, Janet Black, she is came to us from Avon Company, who is also a multi-level company. But she said that we're unique because in her company, in Avon, when they would reach a position to pay out on an order, let's say if it were commissions or maybe even if it was downline pay, if the person that they reached did not qualify for it, rather than looking for the next established person that was, it just disappeared, or it went back into the kitty, went back into the pot, so to speak. It went back to the company. So the company kept the the pay, and did not continue to look for upline to pay. So this is what makes us particularly unique as a strong marketing plan. We pay each and every order incomplete. Now on the POB, it's paid on downline sales coordinators through the first POB qualified sales coordinator open. I know that may sound a little confusing. I'll be explaining that a little more in detail as we go forward in the training today. So how do I qualify? You say if these things are paid out, how do I qualify, or how does the representative qualify to reach one or more of these pays, depending on what they qualify for? Well, in the first part, the retail sales profit, a brand new representative, or on our reports we say DLR for dealer. That's still what you'll see for someone who has not been promoted. So when you see DLR on any of your reports, that is a new person or a person that has never been promoted yet. So it's a representative with that's not reached any of the pay levels. But no qualification is required. It's another thing that makes us unique in companies that are direct sales. We go ahead and pay the retail sales profit to the representative on their order or their customer's order. They don't have to qualify in any form or fashion. They don't have to put any orders in or anything. If they just place the order, that is paid to them. Now, in the next section of the commissions, the 3 parts of commissions, you do need to first start at least at the DD level, the direct distributor level. So DDC is direct distributor. You must have at least 90 paid PDC. Again, everyone, if you could mute yourself out, it would be very helpful so we don't have the noise in the background. So at DDC level or above, you must have at least 90 in paid PVC. Remember, that's when an order has a posting on the credit card. There must be at least 90. That can come from your own product. I mean, if you're placing orders for your own family, you could cover the 90 PVC. We do not require that on a monthly basis you go back and have to buy any additional product to earn commissions, but you must establish an existing 90 paid PVC in the system. Now, on the sections of the 5%, which we pay out 5 generations of, you must be at least at the virtual franchise or VF level or above, VF for sales coordinator or above. And at this level, you must attain at least 1,000 performance bonus qualifying paid PVC. I'll go over how you qualify for that as we go forward in the training shortly. But here, there is a limitation.
We only pay through 3 generations automatically. Now you say, okay, if we only pay through 3 automatically, well, how do I qualify for the additional 2? Well, in PB4, you must have an additional line in bonus, meaning that a VF or above below you in a line is also qualifying for performance bonus to create a 4th line for you. If that be the case, then you reach the additional 4th generation of pay. And on the 5th generation pay, you must first be at either QNMD or NMD level, and you must have 5 PB lines in bonus, meaning 5 separate lines at least a VF or above. Someone in the line is qualifying for performance bonus. That is a line in bonus. For the 4% POB, you must be at least at the sales coordinator or above. You must have at least 3,000 in POBQ paid PVC. That comes from you, your dealers, directs, and DFs. And I'll be going over that again too shortly. So let's take a look at this. Let's start off with commissions. Remember that commissions must be at least at the DD promotion level and must have a minimum of 90 paid PVC. There's 2 ways to qualify for commissions. The first, a representative can have personal orders plus their customers. So they place their own personal orders, family orders, plus personal customer orders. By doing so, they can attain, I'm using the trio again on a monthly pay. Remember that was the $42.38 a month. So the distributor representative has a box, a trio, so it's $42.38 in paid PVC on an installment. Plus they have 2 customers that have also done trios, so another $42.38 each. Each customer has a trio for $42.38. So the total is $127.14. Remember, you just need to have 90 paid PVC, and in this case, this representative is now qualified to be paid and earn commissions. The second way to qualify to earn commissions, a representative has personal orders plus can count their dealer's orders under her. So we've got this representative, and she's got a personal order, but she's also, in this case, it's a trio, so she has $42.38. She doesn't have any additional customers, but she has 2 customers that have signed up to become representatives, or in our reports, we call dealers. They've also got a box of capsules each, so that's $26.63 in volume for each of their orders. So that counts with the representative's personal order for a total of $95.64. Once again, you only need 90 paid PVC, so this distributor or representative is also qualified to earn commissions. So how would that look? In the first case, where the representative did their own trio and had $42.38 and established 2 customer orders at $42.38 for $127, she was paid retail sales profit on her personal and her customers' orders. Remember, customers cannot earn any of our marketing plan pay. So therefore, customers then count toward the representative, and she earns the retail sales profit on all 3 orders. Also, if she's reached DD or above, in this case it's a direct distributor, she'll be paid the additional 6% commission on the total of $127.14 PVC. So she's earned retail sales profit on the 3 orders, plus now a 6% commission at the DD level. Let's look at this same DD that it does not have an additional customer, but has their own order. So a box of, a trio order at $42.38, she'll earn her own retail sales profit on her own order. Now, she can't earn retail sales profit on her dealers because they earn their own retail sales profit. So that will not be paid to the distributor. The dealer earns their own retail sales profit, doesn't have to qualify for retail sales profit. But because dealers cannot earn commissions, remember they can only earn retail sales profit, then the representative is going to earn the total 6% commission on the total 3 orders. So she's going to earn 6% commission on the $95.64 PVC. So what if you have someone who's not qualified for the commission pay? So we have a little sad distributor here, only 25 PVC. Well, at 6% could be paid at the DDC level, direct distributor commission level, but since this particular representative has not created 90 paid PVC or more, she is not commission qualified. So therefore, the computer will not pay her. Now, she'll still get a retail sales profit, as we've already discussed. Everybody always gets that. But the computer will not pay this sad little distributor, and instead will go upline. Retail sales profits paid, but no commissions will be paid here because of not qualifying. But we'll start looking upline to see who can we pay. Remember, all orders are paid in full. So if they can't pay one, it'll look for the next one. Well, sadly, the person above this distributor is also not qualified. Why? Only 50 PVC. No dealers to help and no additional customers to help. And DDs cannot help her qualify. So therefore, her 50 PVC is the total that she has in place for herself. So again, not commission qualified. Well, she will still earn a retail sales profit, but will be paid no commissions. So the computer is still saying, I'm looking to pay on the order that started at the bottom here, and I have to pay commissions at 6%. So it'll continue to go upline, and it'll look for the next person. Now, this could be a DD all the way up to a national marketing director, but it could be anybody that's eligible for commissions, which it has to be at least DD with at least 100 paid PVC. Yay, we've got a commission qualified distributor. So therefore, retail sales profit will be paid on her order and commissions on all the PVC. In other words, she's going to get her 6% on her own. Since no one was paid here, it will get moved up and she will get paid on all these orders, the 25, the 50, and her own 100 for a total of 175 PVC that she'll earn 6% total. So you might remember when you're looking at your statement sometimes and you're wondering how you've gotten commissions on some order that you know is below someone below you. That's also a direct distributor. And you're not understanding why you're receiving that base of 6%. Well, that's because that particular person has not qualified for commissions and the computer is searching for the person who is, so it can complete its journey and its job, which is to pay all commissions. All right, so let's go to the 5% performance bonus, or PBQ. You must be at least at the virtual franchise promotion level and must have a minimum of 1,000 paid performance bonus qualifying PVC, PBQ PVC. So let's take what that looks like. 4 ways to qualify here. A rep can be self-qualified. Self-qualifies, which is customer qualified, with her own order plus any personal customers' orders, paid PVC from installment orders. So let's see what that looks like. You've got this DF, got a trio at $42.38, but she's also created 23 more customers at trios, $42.38 each. So she's created another 974.74 paid PVC with these additional customers. So her personal order plus her 23 customers' orders, all at trio, now have equaled 1,017.12 PVC. So obviously this virtual franchise is performance bonus qualified because it has 1,000 or more in PBQ volume. The second way to qualify for performance bonus is the required 1,000 paid PVC comes from your personal and customers' orders, plus your dealers' paid PVC, plus also your direct distributors below you paid PVC can help you qualify. So let's take a look and see what that happens there. Here's the virtual franchise. She personally has 450 in her customer or her personal orders, but she has below her 2 DDs and 2 dealers, 100 PVC, 150, 100, and 250. This all together is moving up to help her qualify for her 5% performance bonus. So it equals 1,000, 450, 550, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1,000 PVC has been accomplished by her own customers, and she has dealers and directs below her whose volume is helping her reach her required 1,000 PVC to be 5% performance qualified. So let's take a look right now how that would look in pay. Just I'm not going to go over this on each and every order, but in this case, I think it is important to see what customer qualified could look like versus someone who's not completely customer qualified. A rep earns retail sales profit on all the orders because remember, it's not only her order, but all her customers that she gets retail sales profit since customers can't earn any part of our marketing plan. So that means that there's 24 total orders, her own plus 23 at $39 each because we're talking trios here. For a total of $936 she's going to earn on retail sales profit alone. Now let's divide that on a 4-month plan because that's generally the way orders are paid for. So you divide that by 4. So that'd be $234 per month in retail sales profit. Now, she'll also earn the 14% commission on all her personal orders. So remember the 1017.12 PVC, she's going to earn 14% on her own orders and her customers' orders. So that will give her an additional $142.40 in commission pay. So the total in that per month is going to be $376.40. Plus, since she's qualified for performance zone bonus, she's going to earn the additional 5% on all her downline DDs and above through 4 generations. That is, if she has, oh, I've misspelled generation there, I'm sorry. That is, if she has 4 lines in bonus. If not, she'll earn it at least through 3 generations of pay. So let's look at the other way that we went over to qualify for performance bonus. We had the person who did only 450 in personal volume, but had dealers and directs helping to get the total of 1,000 PVC. The rep earns retail sales profit on her personal orders only. There's approximately 10 there at Trio. So 10 times 39 would be $390 on retail sales profit. Divided by 4, that'd be $97.50 on retail sales profit per month. She earns 14% commission also on those personal orders. Those personal orders are 450. So 14% times the 450 gives her $63 in her commission pay on her personal orders. She also has 2 dealers. You'll see here in the middle. Dealers cannot earn commission, so therefore she earns the full override on them. So she's adding an additional 14% on her dealers. There's 350 in volume there for an additional $49. She also has 2 direct distributors. As you recall, direct distributors get paid 6%, so she will get the override difference of 8% on her direct distributors. There's 300 PVC with her DDs, so 8% of that is $24. So the total she's being paid, her retail sales profit and her 3 commission pays, is $233.50. You'll note this is $142.90 less than the person that was customer qualified. Now, I'm not saying that you want to be maybe exclusively personally qualified and not have any frontline. Of course, in a perfect world, is that this person would be customer qualified and have the full 1,000 and get that full retail sales profit with the full 14% commission on the larger number, and also have some dealers and directs that she signed up and that she'll get commission overrides on, which would increase this number not only by more retail sales profit and commissions, but also the overrides that she would get on the team she's built. So remember, guys, it's synergy. You do both. You build a good customer base, and you also build team members. They both are important to building a strong business. But obviously, the stronger you personally, or you even train your team personally to create the larger retail sales profit and commission base by having their own customers, obviously the larger payout in retail sales profit and commission overrides on those orders. So this is a very strong and this is exactly why we're doing our incentive now, the Summer Surge. This is a strong way of creating additional income, not only for your downline team, but this is creating overall volume to your bottom line. So therefore, your numbers are going to go up respectively to how many people you're building to stronger customer qualified numbers. So it's win-win in both. Again, on this person as well, since they're performance bonus qualified, they will also earn the 5% on their downline team, starting with directs and above through 4 generations if they have 4 lines in bonus. If they don't have 4 lines in bonus, they'll reach at least a minimum of 3. So let's continue to look at additional ways to qualify for your 5% performance bonus. You can also qualify with excess PVC. So as you know, you can find that on your PVC report. This is the section under column 4 and column 5. Here's your PBQ, and in column 5, it'll show your excess. So your PB excess can go up to a maximum of 1,000. You'll first see where you're qualified in your PBQ, and then you'll add your excess to it, get a total, and it should be over 1,000 or more if you want it to be qualifying for a performance bonus. The fourth way to qualify is with 5 lines with a VF or above that is performance bonus qualified. Qualifier can be anywhere in the line. They don't have to be front line, does not need to be front line, and no personal PVC is required. And what I mean by that is this. If you had no PVC here, in this case, this representative has 450, but you can have as low as 0. I'll go over that a little bit more momentarily. But if you had as low as 0, but had 5 lines that had at least a VF or higher that was qualified for performance bonus, here you got a VF, sales coordinator, another VF, sales coordinator, another VF. Each of them are doing 1,000 paid PVC or performance bonus PVC each. So that means that each one of these people, these representatives, are qualified for performance bonus. So therefore, each one of these create a line in bonus for performance bonus. By having these 5 lines, even if there were no volume here, you would qualify to meet your performance bonus qualification of 5% pay. So let's review the performance bonus pay. In this example, everyone is an effective VF or above. So we're not putting promotions here. We're going to know that all these are at least at VF effective, meaning that they're at the 14% pay level. It pays to a minimum of 5 generations. Remember, the computer is going to pay on every order somebody in the upline till it completes paying out all 5 generations of the 5% pay. A generation is created with each qualifier. So let's take a look and see what that is. Okay, you have the first person that has 1,000 PVC, that's PBQ PVC. Are they qualified? I can hear all of you saying yes out there. Yes, they are. So therefore, that will create PB1. It'll pay through that person's 1,000 and stop. The line stops, and that creates PB1. The second person has 500 PVC, not qualified, because you have to have 1,000. So it continues to look, and it reaches the third person, which is the third level, and that's now at the third level, 1,000 PVC, paid PBQ PVC. Yes, a qualifier. So now, even though you're at the third level, 1, 2, 3, you're at the second PB generation because it stops when you reach a qualifier. Let's continue to look. All right, in the fourth level down, this person also has 1,000 in PBQ volume. So therefore, again, has created an additional generation. So this is third generation of the 5% pay. Even though we've gone down 4 levels, we're at third generation. Remember, PB qualified goes through 3 generations automatically paid. So these 3 generations are going to be paid without any more qualification other than you've reached someone that's done the 1,000 in PBQ volume. Let's continue to look, though, because remember, the computer is going to pay on 5 generations somewhere, somehow, to somebody. So it's going to continue to look. So it's going to go to the next level, which now we're at the 5th level. This person's at 700, not a qualifier. So now we're at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 level, 1,000. Yes, qualified. So it pays to that person, and that has created the PB4 generation. But remember, to get this generation, the fourth PB paid must have 4 lines in bonus. So this person, which is you, must have created at least 4 lines in bonus to have been able to pick up the additional generation of PB4. So the computer's going to continue to look for that 5th generation. When it gets to this person here, it's 800, not qualified. So we go down to the next person, 1,000, yes, qualified for performance bonus. So again, draws the line, pays through that person, and now has created a 5th generation of pay. But to be paid that 5th generation, you must be at least at Q and MD. So you at the top here must be at least at Q or a national marketing director, one of the two. And you must also have 5 lines in bonus for performance bonus. Remember, a line in bonus is someone that's a VF or above that has the 1,000 to be paid performance bonus themselves. So now we've attained all 5 generations in pay. So performance bonus qualification pay. Let's take a look here. If you're not performance bonus qualified, you will not earn 5% on your downline team PV orders, nor the generations. And the generations will compress or roll up to start paying the first upline above you that does meet the PVQ requirements. So if you become a non-qualifier, then you're not picking up those generations. It compresses and rolls up to 3, up to all the way through 5 people above you, and it passes you in the 5% pay. If you do not meet the structure requirements of either the 4th PB line or the 5th PB line in bonus to be paid either or both of those comparable generations, then those generations will compress, and they will also roll up to be paid to the next representative that does meet the requirements. Just because you don't get paid doesn't mean it's not paid. It just doesn't get paid to you. The computer, remember, we will continue to look to find the person that is qualified, and it will compress up and pay that next person or the next 2 people if you're not qualified for either generation. All right, now let's look at 4% promote out bonus pay. You must be at least at the sales coordinator promotion level, and you must have a minimum of 3,000 or the required lines in bonus for qualification. Now, this is 3,000 POBQ PVC. I did not type that in there, but that's what that is. It stands for the 3,000 POBQ PVC. And this is how we determine that. There's 4 ways to qualify for this POB. The first, the required 3,000 paid PVC comes from your personal orders and your customers' orders. Plus, you can add your dealer's paid PVC. Plus, you can also add the DD's paid PVC. Remember, that got you as far as the performance bonus. But now for POB, we're going to even add your VF's paid PVC to help you qualify. So it'll look like this. You have a sales coordinator. Personally, they've done 450, but they have these VFs, DDs, and dealers below them that have these additional volumes on their own that's all paid. They will add into the 450, and all these numbers here, plus the 450, equals 3,000. So now this sales coordinator is promote out bonus qualified. Only did 450 herself, but she has a team of people at dealer, DD, or VF level that have volume that is also counting toward her qualification for her promote out bonus. All right. Promote out bonus pay must be at least at sales core. I've already read that at 3,000. Let's continue here. 4 ways to qualify continued. Now we're at the second way. Excess POB PVC from the previous month. That's also found on your PVC report under column 5 under excess. Remember, once again, it's your excess, but now it's looking at the POB excess. If it has 3,000 from a previous month, then you're automatically qualified. If it's less than that, you will look at your POBQ, whatever it is, and add it to the POB excess. And if it's over 3,000, then you will qualify for the 4% pay on your sales coordinators. The third way to qualify. All right, some people, because we really don't discuss this a lot, and I don't discuss it on purpose, because my feeling is that you need to build yourself your own orders, which if you're customer qualified for performance bonus, that's going to get you at least 1,000. Plus your dealers, directs, and VFs, that should get you at least 3,000. You get all that additional overrides in commissions on those people that are a lower promotion level than you, the dealers, directs, and VFs. But So I really don't discuss the other ways to qualify, but there is an additional way. If you should drop below 3,000 in your open, that means you, your dealers, directs, and VFs don't have at least 3,000. If it's 2,999 or less, down to 1,500 in PVC in your open, you must have at least 2 sales coordinator lines that are also in POB qualification. That means an SC in POB does not have to be front line, though. It could be anywhere in below. It could be a sales coordinator that's 2 or 3 people below you in a line, but they've reached the 3,000 or with lines and bonus. Let's take a look at what that looks like. You're a sales coordinator. You have 450 yourself, but you have dealers and directs and VFs that have added an additional 1,500 in open. So 450 plus your dealers, directs, and VFs, the 300, 150, and 850, has created 1,500 in open. You cannot qualify for performance bonus at 1,500 in open. You must have at least 3,000. But if you have also created at least 2 sales coordinator lines that have done at least 3,000 so that they're qualifying for POB qualification. So in this case, she only had 1,500 in open, but she had 2 sales coordinators, both of which had qualified for the POB with 3,000. So when those 2 lines, along with her 1,500, were created, she now is promote out bonus qualified. So you can have reduced volume, but you have to have legs that are sales coordinators that help you qualify. So let's continue. The last way of the 4 ways. If you have no volume in your number, in your open, up to 1,400, 1,499 in PVC in your open, you would have to have at least 3 sales coordinator lines that are in POB qualification. But the sales coordinator does not have to be frontline. It could be a sales coordinator down in a line that has reached the POB qualification. So once again, let's take a look. Here's the sales coordinator with only 450. So she is not qualified. She has no additional open. She only has 450 open PVC. She has no additional dealers, directs, or VFs helping her. So obviously she cannot qualify for performance bonus. But guess what? She has created 3 lines that are sales coordinator lines that have each gotten qualified for POB in their own right. So even though she has only 450 in her open volume, with these 3 sales coordinator lines, or more, you could have more than that, but 3 minimally, she is now promote out bonus qualified. So again, 4 ways to qualify for the POB pay. So now here, when you do have the POB pay, when you qualify to earn the POB pay, you will be paid on your downline sales coordinator and her open PVC. You'll be paid on sales coordinators open until you reach a sales coordinator that is also qualified for POB. When you reach a sales coordinator that is qualified for POB, you'll be paid on that sales coordinator's open, and then it will stop. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. The reason it stops is because this sales coordinator that has also in POB qualification now will be paid the POB on the sales coordinators below her. So let's take a look at that. So here you are. You're the star, and you are POB qualified. So that means you've either gotten 3,000 or you've gotten less volume but legs and bonus, whatever it might take, you've gotten yourself qualified to be paid that 4%. So the computer will now start looking for sales coordinators, because what you're paid on the 4% are your sales coordinators open volume. So let's start looking. Her very first out, she starts with a sales coordinator. So this sales coordinator is establishing an open. Open means that this sales coordinator plus her dealers, directs, and VFs. So this sales coordinator had 1,000. She has a VF below her with 500. Now there's another sales coordinator below that. Wait a minute. Every time you see a sales coordinator, that means a new open will be created. So this group here, open PVC, is the 1,000 plus the 500. So the POB open number for this sales coordinator is 1,500 PVC total. But now we've got another sales coordinator, right? So let's look here. This sales coordinator is not qualified for POB, is she? She's only 1,500, and we don't have any lines in bonus, so she's not POB qualified. So what will happen, the computer will go ahead and pay you on this open, this 1,500, this whole open, and it will, the 4% on the entire open of 1,500, but it will continue to look now to see, to find the next sales coordinator that's qualified for POB. This one wasn't qualified, so the computer says, okay, if this one wasn't, I'm going to pay you that, but I'm going to look for one that is. So I'm starting this next sales coordinator group. She has 1,000. She has a VF with 1,000. She has a DD with 500. There's an additional sales coordinator below that. Uh-oh. Remember what happens when you see a sales coordinator that stops below the person here, and the new sales coordinator is starting to create a new open team. So that means that between these dotted lines, this group here has created the open of 2,500 in POB PVC total. So 1,000, 1,500, 2,500, that is this sales coordinator's open. This sales coordinator right here. Again, this sales coordinator is not POB qualified because remember, you have to have at least 3,000 or you have to have legs that help you qualify. This one does not have either. So since this sales coordinator is not POB qualified, you will be paid 4% on this open, again, 2,500. So you've been paid 4% on the 1,500. Continue to look. Not qualified, it'll be paid 4% on this 2,500 in open. And we'll continue to look. It's looking to find a qualified sales coordinator. Okay, we have an additional sales coordinator team here. Here starts with the sales coordinator. This one, sales coordinator has done 1,000, has a VF that's done 1,000, and an additional VF that's done 1,000. Up another sales coordinator, which means what? That we stop at a sales coordinator. So this one creates a new open. So in this particular case, the open created by this sales coordinator was 3,000, 1, 2, 3 in total open. So this is a POB qualified sales coordinator. This sales coordinator has reached 3,000 in her total open, so she's POB qualified. So the computer is going to say, all right, we're going to pay you on this sales coordinator and her total open. So you'll be paid on the 4% on the total open of 3,000, 4% paid, but it will stop now. This red line indicates that that's as far as you'll be paid in POB in this line. You've gotten paid on this open, and this open, but it stops now. And why is that? Because this sales coordinator, since she's POB qualified, will now be paid on the next sales coordinator below her on this open. Because she's qualified, she's going to start earning POB on her downline open team. But what if it had stopped right at the beginning? Let's say right here, you were POB qualified, and you had your very first team, the open created 1,000, 1,000, and 1,000 for a total of 3,000. So your very first sales coordinator created 3,000 in POB, so what? She's POB qualified. So since she's POB qualified, you'll be paid through that full 4%, that 3,000, and it will stop right here. And why is that? Because since this is sales coordinator is POB qualified, she will now earn the POB on the downline sales coordinator. So you will only earn POB on this particular sales coordinator, and she will earn it on the next sales coordinator. Hopefully that's been clear, and I've helped kind of clarify what open means in the payout. So you were paid 4% on 3,000 because this one qualified, it stopped. Now this sales coordinator will be paid 4% on 2,500 POB because that's what this sales coordinator has created in POB. All right, I'm going to show you a look now of exactly what our computer sees when it runs a paycheck, when it breaks down an order. This isn't a total check, but this is on an order. This is Annabelle Taylor. Look at these names. The computer has looked through, the order's been put in, let me show you where, well, I've got red and green here because that means we've paid some people uniquely throughout this order. So I'm going to show you exactly how the computer looked at this and who and why they paid through these 8 people. Started with the base of person, and then it was 7 additional people in the upline. Now, when we look at our PVC reports, all of you out there, what you do is you're used to looking at your PVC report and starting at the top and then looking for qualifiers and your PBs looking down. But in the computer, in Bubba, as we call him, an order actually starts and then pays upline. So in this case, Annabelle Taylor, remember Annabelle Taylor was who this order was established for. There was an order. The star indicates that an order was placed in Annabelle Taylor, and we're going to go through this breakdown because this order under Annabelle, this DD that she placed, all of this is going to be paid on this order right here that Annabelle established as a DD. The computer will not stop until it pays all of these levels. I always like saying, somebody going to get paid. Doesn't matter what happens, somebody going to get paid. So let's start and see exactly how that breaks down. So here's the team organization. So the order started, remember, with Annabelle Taylor. She's a DD. So she's going to get retail sales profit. Remember, no matter what, retail sales profit is paid to the person that places the order. So that's done immediately, first thing. Doesn't matter what level they are. Could even have been a dealer level or new representative and would have been paid retail sales profit. But Annabelle is also a DD, remember? So that means she should be getting 6% commissions, right? Because at DD level, you start that of the 3 parts commissions, it starts looking to pay the 6% first. But look here, guys, Annabelle only has 63 in personal PVC and no additional help from any dealers. So you must have at least 90 in paid PVC to earn commissions. So guess what? Even though Annabelle placed an order and created 63 PVC, she got her retail sales profit, but sorry, no DDC. No 6% is being paid to Annabelle. So if the 6% is not being paid to Annabelle, the computer says, well, I have to pay someone, so I'm going to continue to look. So it's going to go upline looking. The next person above Annabelle is Janet Clark, who happens to be a sales coordinator. Janet Clark's a sales coordinator. She has 695 in personal PVC, obviously more than the 90 she needs, right? So since she has at least 90 in personal PVC, she's going to receive the 6% commission on Annabelle's order. Annabelle did not receive it, but it had to be paid, so it's going to go upline and pay to Janet, who is at least at DD level or above and does have 90 or more paid PVC. But since Janet's a sales coordinator, she's also going to be eligible for the additional parts. Remember, there's 2 additional parts, 8% virtual franchise commission. She is at sales coordinator level. She does have 90 paid PV, so she's going to also get the additional 8% on this order that was placed in Annabelle's number. And at sales coordinator level, she has 90 paid PVC, so she's going to get the additional 8% on this order under Annabelle paid to her. So a total of 22% was paid to Janet Clark at the sales coordinator level, even though technically she should have only earned the 2 8s because Annabelle should have gotten the 6 because Annabelle didn't qualify. Janet earned the full commission of 22%. So also because she's at sales coordinator, remember at VF or above, you can start getting paid your 5% performance bonus. So on this order, the next thing that the computer is going to pay is the 5%. So Janet is at sales coordinator level, higher than VF. She has 1,350 in PBQ, performance bonus qualifying volume. She must have 1,000, so obviously she's qualified, so therefore she will be paid the 5% performance bonus on this order that was placed in Annabelle's number. Now the computer says my next job is PB2. The next person to upline is Jennifer Grant. She is a senior sales coordinator. She has 1,295 in performance bonus qualification. Obviously, she's qualified for the 5% paid, so we will pay the additional 5% PB2 to Jennifer Grant because she is a senior sales coordinator, so she's a VF or above. Now the computer stops and it says, before I pay out the rest, as soon as I hit a sales coordinator or above, I know that I've got to look to see about POB as well. Now, if you're asking the question, wait a minute, Tanya, Janet is a sales coordinator. Why didn't the computer stop to see if she could earn POB on this order? Remember, the order was placed under Annabelle, who is a DD. That means that Annabelle is a part of Janet's open. You do not earn the POB pay on your own open. You get it on the sales coordinators below you. So she was not eligible for POB because it was in her open. So the computer did not stop and ask the question of POB pay for Janet. But when it reached the next person who was at sales coordinator above, it did stop to ask, okay, I'm doing PB2, but now that I've reached the sales coordinator above, I need to stop for POB. Well, guess what? Jennifer's a senior sales coordinator. She has 1,895 in POBQ. She's not qualified because she has no lines in bonus and she doesn't have a 3,000. Now, if she had 1,895 with 2 POB lines in bonus, she would qualify. But she does not have 3,000. She does have over 15, but no lines in bonus. So therefore, unfortunately, Janet misses POB pay. And the computer says, but I need to take a little search because I need to find the next person. I have to pay someone because somebody's going to get paid. So the next person is Lisa Adams at Senior Sales Coordinator. Lisa Adams is a Senior Sales Coordinator, obviously Sales Coordinator above. She has 3,297, so she is qualified for the POBQ pay, the 4%. So on this order that was placed under Annabelle, she is now going to earn the 4% POB pay because it is under a sales coordinator below her, and she's qualified to be paid POB on sales coordinator below her in their open. But she's also, now that we've got the POB, she's also at VF or higher, so she could also be eligible for the third generation of pay. Sure enough, because she's a VF or more, and she has 1,784 in performance bonus volume. Remember, you only need 1,000. It paid her the PB3. Now it's looking for the PB4. That's Carrie McDonald, who's a Q. Carrie does have 1,392. This is PB4 generation. I want you to stop and think for a moment. What do you need to get PB4 generation pay? You must have at least 1,000 volume, and you must have at least 4 lines in bonus. Guess what? Carrie's a QNMD, but she only has 3 lines in bonus. Because she does not have the 4th, she will not be paid the 4th generation in that order below her. It will skip her, roll up, and look for the next person to pay. The next person is Elizabeth Grayson, who's also a QNMD. Elizabeth is a Q. She has 1,425. So she's qualified. She also has the 5 lines in bonus. She only needed 4 because this is PB4 pay. She happens to have 5, so obviously she's met the requirement of 4 or more. So we will pay her PB4 to Elizabeth. What I want you to notice, guys, that we're at PB4 pay, but we've already reached the 6th person. Remember, 5 levels above where the order was. The order is the first level, then 5 people above her. So we're now up to 6 people that we've paid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we have just now got to PB4 pay because they were people that were not eligible, and it rolled up and compressed to pay to the next generation. Okay, the next person to be paid is a National Marketing Director, Karen Peoples. At National Marketing Director, she has 2,315 in PBQ. Excellent, she's well over 1,000. Stop and think, what do you need to be paid PB5 generation? You must have at least 1,000 in PBQ volume, but you must also have 5 lines in bonus. Karen only has 4 lines in bonus. Karen will not be paid the 5th generation pay on the order below her. It will stop, it will not pay, and it will continue to look for the next person to pay. Now we're up to the 7th person. Remember, it's 6 people above the established order, so that's 7 people that we've gone through. The last person in this organization is Casey, an NMD. Casey has 1,315. She has 8 lines in bonus, obviously well more than the 5 that she needs. So we will pay her the 5th generation of pay. We have now gotten up to 7 levels, or a total of 8 people, counting Annabelle, before we reach the 5 generations. So if you're not qualifying, the computer will look. And other than me changing the names on this order, this is a real order that commissioned in the system that I pulled to show exactly how the computer would do the search to make sure that all parts, retail sales profit, all 3 parts of commission, all 5 generations of performance bonus, and POB would be paid out to someone who qualified for pay. So I'm hoping that I've taught you a lot today. I know it's a lot, but I'm recording this call, obviously, so therefore you can go over it again. What I want you to do is to be comfortable with how all the pay is established, because when we go through the reports training next week, or I'm sorry, next month, because I'll be back once again to help with reports next month, you'll need to understand some of this so that you know what to look for on your reports and how it establishes if you're going to be paid or who will be paid. So again, I'm hoping this helped. We went through exactly, well, of course, I got started late because I was having technical issues. So I've taken the full hour because part of that, about 10 minutes or so, was technical issues. If you would like to ask a few questions before we get off the call, before I stop the recording, I'll be glad to take some calls. So if you want to speak up, we'll take a few calls. Have I just completely overwhelmed you? Are you just freaking out?
A little overwhelmed, but this is really helpful, Tanya, especially with the difference in the payment with how the customer base. Like, that's really clear, and I think it's so important to get across to our team.
Yes, absolutely. And again, it's not that, I mean, we want them customer qualified to get that additional pay on retail sales profit and the commissions, but we also want to make sure that we are, like our incentive is doing in the summer surge, we're also encouraging them to sign up new frontline too. So it is a synergistic way of working the business. Both are important, but checks can certainly increase, particularly for brand new people, if they can just get their retail sales profit and commissions up alone.
Well, Tanya, I appreciate the transparency of it, because it's taken me years to learn this. And every time I have you do it, the visuals are so great. Is seeing this, I understand it so much better, seeing the picture. You did it really, really well. How you worked from the bottom up, I got it this time.
Well, that's the way the computer looks at it. So we take an order and we're going to search until we find all parts to be paid. So you want to make sure that you're in place to be qualified for whatever is supposed to be coming to you, whether that be for commissions or for performance bonus or for POB. And if it's performance bonus, that it's all generations of pay that you make sure that you're reaching. While you're working with your downline team, you want to reap the rewards of that work and reap the full benefits of the marketing plan.
Great, thank you.
So you're very welcome. Any other questions before we close out today?
I have a question.
Yes. Yes, speak up. I'm sorry.
On the previous slide where you had, I think I got everything except I was confused about one thing at the bottom where you had the base rep who was a DD, and but she didn't have the 90 points, but she was a DD, so it skipped her, and that commission got paid out to the person above her. I was confused on that because I thought when someone was promoted to a DD, they did get the 6% commission.
Only if they have the 90% in qualification. I mean, the $90 in qualification.
Gotcha.
So it does not automatically get paid to them unless they have got 90 paid PVC. That's exactly why a healthy living plan is 3 trios. If you do that for a healthy living plan, that's you and 2 customers, then you have gotten over 500 promo PV, which is more than 90 in paid PVC. Or if you have a family order that's large enough to cover the 90.
So how would that happen then? Someone would get their promotion but then lose customers and lose that 90 PV, I guess?
Yes, they could have their customers cancel. They could cancel their own orders, or they could promote. They could bring those 2 customers in and move them on to HLP themselves. Now, that's going to grow their team, but if they're not replacing personal volume in some way, either with customers or their own, those people being promoted out to DD, through the HOP, we'll take volume with them, and it will not be part of their 90 paid PDC anymore. It'll move to those new DDs they signed up.
Gotcha. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions before we get off? Because I know it's been a long call, and I know it's confusing, and now you all have to go take an aspirin and get through your headache and maybe lay down and take a nap. But believe me, it's a lot of information to cover in one training. I understand that, but it is all the basics, and if you'll just go back and listen to the recording, you can take it a piece at a time. That's why we learn anything in the business. And I'm sure that much of it, since you're national marketing directors, you understand and know already. I've just gone over the obvious to you, but there's probably one or two areas where you may have been confused or not really completely clear on how it worked, and you just want to go back and review that part.
Hi there, Tanya. This is Tamara Hill. I had one question.
Mm-hmm.
First, I just wanted to say thank you. This was excellent, absolutely excellent. But did I hear you say that if you've got 3 lines direct to you or 3 lines in PBQ bonus, you don't have to be in PBQ bonus to earn that 5% override?
No. You heard me say 3 lines in POB bonus.
I thought so. There's nothing like that in place for PBQ, correct?
Yes. Yes. If you'll notice, when you go back and look at the training again, one of the ways you qualify for performance bonus is if you have 5 lines in PB bonus, that you can be qualified even if you don't have any volume in your number.
Oh, so it's 5 for PB. Okay, thank you so much.
5 for PB and 3 for POB. But let me just say this. The reason that you don't hear Tanya train much on that, and you don't hear probably even your upline go there, if you're getting to the point where you have 0 volume or very small volume, and and it's great, you've built a great team. But remember, when you're not going to have a whole lot of 22% paid out if there's not any orders in your number, right?
Absolutely. We want to all be
so therefore, you're going to lower your check because you've reduced your pay of 22%. And you've also reduced it, since you don't have any customers, you don't have any retail sales profit. So you may have qualified for performance bonus, and that's great. You'll get the 5%, but you've really reduced a chunk of your pay on your paycheck by that 22% in retail sales profit. Now, I want to remind you of another thing. If you're the upline and you've got somebody in your downline that is not doing any volume but has done a great job at building team, well, you can celebrate that. But remember, when you get to that person to be paid PBQ on that person, the 5%, if they don't have anything in their number, then you're getting 5% of nothing.
Right.
And those next lines now, those next 5 lines is going to pick up a great deal of performance bonus for you, but it's moved it all down an additional generation. So, I mean, even in protecting your own business, you're going to help people build strong checks in their own right. That's also going to keep your volume and your performance bonus level and your, each generation stronger for you as you go down through your pay line as well. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I just did not realize there was anything like that in place, but I totally agree. Everybody, even especially national marketing directors, should be customer qualified so that we can model for our teams what there is to do.
There's some of the marketing plan that I almost don't like even training on, those lines of both to qualify, all that stuff. But, if I'm going to give you all as national marketing directors the total marketing plan pay, then I need to show you always, in every way, what the computer is looking for and looking at when it's processing through the payroll at the end of every month.
Well, that's very helpful. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Well, I think that probably it's time for us to all, again, go get some lunch, maybe, if you've not eaten yet. Maybe get an aspirin, lay down, take a nap, whatever. And I'm going to send out the recording a little later, and you can go back through it again. And hopefully it'll get clearer and clearer as you have an opportunity to do that.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank
you. Y'all have a great day.